Who am I? I'm Dirk Bach, 54-year-old, father of 3 adult grown children, business owner, a guy that's on fire to get better, to be a better man. Why was I looking for mentoring or coaching? So I had been praying that God would put a mentor in my life. And I was at a men's retreat weekend, Ponca, Nebraska. And there was 2 speakers that weekend. Saturday night we had a speaker, Sunday morning we had a speaker. And Sunday morning speaker was just a man's man. He was a dude. He came in and he's on fire for God, telling the truth, speaking the truth. And I had felt my spirit inside of me saying, you need to talk to this guy. And I knew that he was busy as all get out. I knew that his life was full. I knew he was mentoring a lot of men. But I think just to be obedient, I needed to go talk to him. So after he got done sharing, I went up and I talked to him. I said, I'm sure you're busy. You probably got no time for this, but I'm looking for a mentor in my life. And the cool thing in how God works is that the alignment piece was that he had led a men's group. He had mentored a lot of men, and for whatever reason, they were falling away to the wayside. And his prayer was that God would put somebody in his path to be mentored. And that's how I first came to meet Raul. That's how I got started in the program of renewing my mind. What pain was I looking to resolve? Sometimes when I pray, I see things in my mind's eye. I have visions in my mind. And God had really laid on me that I was doing a lot of good things, doing work with men's group, work with some other guys, one-on-one. But it was like I had reached a false bottom. And what he revealed to me was that there's work that's deeper than what I had been doing, deeper than memorizing scripture, deeper than maybe having some accountability with another man. That was the root of what was being really some manipulative issues in my life. I went on a long discovery, or wanted to discover what was it that was deeper that I needed to work on. And working with Raul has really been an opportunity for me to discover those things, to have tools to work on those things, and to move through those being obstacles in my life. What did renewing your mind do for releasing me from the prison? And I think if I could sum it up in one word, it's perspective. I was embracing suck. The things that were happening to me, against me in my life, I was just focused on, man, that sucks. That's terrible. And I'll never forget, we had one meeting where I had a really difficult guy that I was working with at the time, and I was sharing that with Raul, and I really wanted him to be on my side. Let's go kick this dude's butt. Let's go light him up. And he said a couple of things. One, he said, we need to pray for this guy. So I'm thinking, I really don't feel like praying for this guy. I want to just go light him up. And then the second thing that he said, and this is one that is a perspective changer, because he asked me to look at, well, what's awesome about it? What's awesome that's coming out of that situation? And then he said this, and this was brilliant. I'm going to sit here until you tell me 3 things. And he did. He sat there. And I was just steaming. I'm steaming up. I'm sure I had fire coming out of my ears. I'm thinking, there's nothing that's awesome about this. Haven't you heard what I was talking about? This whole thing is terrible. It sucks. But I sat, I thought, and I came up with the 3 things. So my perspective, the opportunity to really capture that thought and saying this doesn't have to be a terrible thing, and start embracing there is some good that's coming out of this. So totally renewed my perspective. Why would I recommend this to guys that are stuck? I think of this story of my brother. He went through a really unwanted divorce, and he was stuck. Through help of counsel, through help of a coach, he was able to get unstuck and move on. And he told me something at the end of it. He said, I'm pretty convinced of one thing. I said, what's that, Darren? He said, I'm convinced that there's not a single person alive that would not recommend from the counsel of another person. And for me to be able to switch my perspective, I wouldn't have been able to do that on my own. For another man to walk alongside me and help me see things differently was an incredible switch for me, and I've been able to share that with other people now. So I would recommend this because there's not a single person that wouldn't benefit from it. and be able to pass that on. What do I think it's worth? It's cliche, but it's that commercial. It's priceless. I mean, if you were in prison and someone said, "Give me your hand. I'm gonna just follow me. I'll take you out of prison." What would that be worth? I mean, how do you put a monetary amount on it? I'm telling you that if it's a stretch for you, stretch. What are you worth investing? What are you gonna? How much are you going to invest in yourself? What's that worth? So I'm telling you, you're priceless. Make the investment. Any other pieces that I want to add? I would say that the opportunity to be vulnerable with another guy has been really liberating for me. The opportunity to take a look at pieces of me that make me, but maybe make it hard for me to grow in areas of my life that I want to grow. That's been a really great value for me, to be able to just have somebody outsider looking in, taking a look at what I can't see in me and saying, "Hey, have you thought about this?" Or maybe ask me some non-threatening questions that really make me think and give me an opportunity to grow out of situations that I want to grow out of.